Hey, you guys, it's Coach Tamika here with our monthly book club. Sorry I missed most of you guys. We will discuss in our next meeting when is a good time for us to do the book club. I know that Saturdays be Saturdaying and kids be having events and sporting events. And this is probably when we doing our laundry and our chores and just lifing, right? Because all throughout the week we're working and we're doing all the things. So I will put a poll in our Telegram group. Make sure you guys lock in there and let us know when is a good time for us to do our book club. It is going to be at the end of every month. I will tell you that our next book is also worthy. It's titled Worthy, but this one is by a different author, because the foundation of everything that we the foundation of everything that we do is dependent on our worthiness scale, our worthiness value. So oftentimes we don't believe that we're worthy, which makes healing harder, which makes elevation harder, which makes restoration harder. So we have to, our worthiness scale has to be on 10, you guys. Interesting enough, I was at a networking event last night, and I walk into the room and there was nobody that had the same skin color as me. There was nobody that looked like they were maybe in the same age group as me. There was maybe one or two, but I was maybe the oldest one in the room. I was the only Black woman in the room with these blonde braids, okay, with this curvy body. And I walked in and I commanded the room. Why? Because I believe I'm worthy of it. I believe that if I walked away from my husband, from my children, from my bed, from Love is Blind UK, okay, because that got me in a little bit of a chokehold. If I walked away from those things that I enjoy to be in this space, I need to command the room. And the only reason why I can do that, the only reason why I'm capable after many years of not feeling worthy to walk into a space and know who I am, command the room, feel worthy is because of books like this, is because of teachings like this. I've said it before, reading is a healing modality. Reading is a healing modality. Some things were unlocked in my spirit, in my soul. There were things that literally left me because of my ability to not only read information, but to comprehend it and then taking it a step further, implementing it. So for the month of August, we went over the book Worthy. We went over the book Worthy by Shannon Evette, and she is one of my mentors. She was one of my past coaches. She's someone that I truly look up to. Her information, her material can be found all over YouTube. She is a very powerful woman of God that teaches from a very authentic and true place. And although the 8 keys of restoration, which we went over the first week and the first month of our program, is not from her. That's something that God downloaded to me. It is definitely modeled by her 8 keys of worthiness. So it is something that as I first read this book, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. The 8 keys of worthiness, as God was giving me the 8 keys of restoration. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to go over the 8 keys of worthiness. I'm going to give you some discussion questions that I would love for you all to look at, to read in your spare time, to journal about in your spare time. And then I'm going to share with you next month's book. I'm going to put those links in actually, if you look at we have a book club calendar. If you look at the book club calendar, you will see all the books from now until I think I have them all the way out to April of next year. So you can get a jump start on your reading. I am personally an audiobook girly. I love me a good audiobook, especially as much as I've been traveling lately. I pop in those earbuds and I get to reading or listening. One of the things that I do as I'm listening to my audiobook is I have my notes app open and I just take things that make me go, mm. When I have those moments, I write those down and then I go back and I dig deeper, because if it sparks something in my spirit, there's a reason, and I need to see, why did that cause me to have an aha moment? And in fact, as I'm sharing that with you, when I'm teaching you all, when Coach Paul is teaching you, or when any of our experts that are going to be invited into our space, when they are teaching us, I want you guys, when you write something down and you're like, "Oh, that was good." That is powerful. That's healing. That's transformational. When you have a moment where there's a spark, there's an unlocking that happens, that's what transformation is. And you need to go back and say, why did that hit me that way? Why did I feel that way when I was listening to that, when I heard that, when that fell into my ear gates or my eye gates? And then check that, because we want more of that, right? Repetition is the mother and the father of healing, of success, of love, of all the things. So, as we're walking through these healing streets on this healing journey, becoming her, we want to check those transformational ahas. So, the 8 keys of worthiness. Key number 1 is courage. Key number 1 is courage. Last night when I was in that networking event, the host said something very powerful. She said, courage is a muscle. And the only way that we get stronger in our courage is we have to flex that muscle. So we have to do things that scare us. We have to do things that make us feel unworthy. We have to do things that make us feel like this is too hard. This is too difficult. Courage. What areas of your life do you lack courage? Do you lack courage in shooting your shot in friendship? Do you lack courage in speaking in front of people? Do you lack courage in the day-to-day job performance, things that you do? Do you lack courage in being a mother, being a friend, being a wife? Where are those areas? I want you to flex those muscles, because you are worthy of it. You are worthy. When you walk in courage, your worthiness goes up a notch. You guys know how at fairs or amusement parks, there's that big hammer and you hit it, and then there's a scale of how high it's going. There's this scale, right? And when you first hit it, it may only go up to 10, and then you get a little bit more strength, and then it may go up to 20. And the goal is to get it all the way to that 100. These 8 keys of worthiness is to get our worthiness scale all the way to 100. And the first key is courage. So I want you to flex your courage muscle. The second key is choice. The second key is choice. So we all know that we have a choice. We have a choice to stay stuck, or we have a choice to push forward and to be and do and have everything that we want. I want you to write down today, what choice do you need to make? What choice do you need to not make in order to be the worthy woman that you are? There are some choices that we have made that have landed us into this space, even now, good and bad. You all have made a choice to invest in your worthiness, to invest in your healing. That was a great choice. But every single day, we are making choices. We're making a choice whether to turn right or whether to go straight while we're driving. We're making choices whether to eat those chicken wings at 8 a.m., like I did, or to eat some avocado toast, right? We are making choices whether we are going to move our body, and whether we are going to practice self-care by taking a 10-minute walk, by journaling. We're making a choice whether we're going to read and enact that healing modality of reading, of engaging in information. Every day is a choice. Key number 3 is connection. Connection is so powerful. You guys already know, or if you don't know, I'm going to tell you that anxiety, fear, depression, loneliness, low self-esteem, envy, all of these things, they grow in isolation. They fester in isolation. They literally take over our mind garden, only in isolation. But when we connect, when we lock arms with our sisters, when we lock arms with people that are on a similar journey, Do you know what that does? That literally cancels out those negative emotions. It helps them to decrease. So, who do you need to connect with? When's the last time you posted something in the Telegram group? When is the last time you reached out to your accountability partner? Connection is key to worthiness. Last night when I was in the networking group, I told the ladies, because when I stood up and gave my 60-second pitch of what I do, who I serve, what do I need, and what I offer, the women were literally like, right, jaw dropped. Oh my God, you're so good at this. And I had to explain to them, I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I've been perfecting my pitch. I've been perfecting my offer for 10 years. But the great thing about it all, and like I told them, I am a reflection of what they can be. I'm a reflection of what they already are. They just haven't tapped into it yet. That's what connection does. It helps you see a reflection of who you want to be. It helps you to see a reflection of what you want out of life. So make sure you connect. Key number 4 is compassion. As you're listening to this, put your hand over your heart. Wrap your other arm around you. Give yourself a big squeeze, because compassion starts with self-compassion. Our worthiness is dependent on how compassionate we are to ourselves. See, as women, we are created to give. We are created to produce. That's just how we are created. And so often we give people what we haven't given ourselves. We are super compassionate to kids, to elderly, to our parents, to our siblings, to our girlfriends. But you can't give people what you haven't given yourself. Self-compassion lets you know what? I'm worthy of this. I deserve a second chance. I deserve grace. I deserve rest. I deserve to be celebrated. I deserve to be seen, heard, felt in a super authentic way. That's compassion. And then once we are compassionate with ourselves, baby, it makes it so easy for us to be compassionate with others. So flex that compassion. Give yourself that big hug. Give yourself that time out. Give yourself that grace that you would give somebody else that you care about. Key number 5. Now, baby, when we get here, let me take a sip of this coffee. When we get here, the worthiness is up to like an 80. Remember when I'm telling you, when we hitting that thing to make it not worthy scale go up, when we get to key number 5, we almost there. We are almost there, and that's clarity. Clarity. So often when we're walking in an unhealed place, when we are allowing the trauma of our life to drive the car of the destination that we're trying to get, we're unclear, we're cloudy, we are unfocused. It's literally like automatic response. But when you realize that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of grace, that you are worthy of compassion, that you are worthy of choice, there's like this clarity that comes over you. It's like the clouds move, the sky is blue, the dark skies and the thunderstorms cease. Because you're clear. You're clear on who you are. You're clear on what you deserve. You're clear on your worthiness. You are clear that you are valuable. Clarity. Clarity comes when worthiness increases. Key number 6 is your character. I have been in this space of wondering, when is my time going to come? You know, I am beyond grateful for all the amazing things that I have accomplished, for all the amazing things that I have in my mind, in my notes, in the works of what's to happen. But sometimes I'll be like, I'm doing all the things, and the things ain't producing the things that I want them to produce. And God reminded me, I'm in a stage of character building when I recognize that I am worthy to stand in front of people. I am worthy for my story and my voice to be heard. I am worthy to coach beautiful women as yourself into their healing, into their elevation, into their restoration. My character, pride goes out the door, ego goes out the door. All of these negative character traits that I have to push myself from go out the door. A lot of times we are in a character building state. On Thursday night, I did Healed Girl Summer 2.0, and I said something in that training that super resonated, and I want to share it right now about character building. And that is sometimes when we're in darkness, it's actually development. Right now, you may feel like you're in a place of darkness, but God is literally developing your character. When you understand that, and when you understand that you are worthy of character development, when you understand that the darkness is necessary, because when you come out, when you present yourself, they're going to be like, what? And you are going to walk into such a place of worthiness that your character is going to shine so bright. So if you're in that character developing stage, know that you're right where you're supposed to be. Key number 7 is being called. The word of God says many are called, but few are chosen. When you know that you are called, we are all called to be healed, to be elevated, to be restored. But when you recognize that you are worthy of being called, because see, in the back of your mind, if you're honest with yourself, you know you deserve it. You know that you can do it. You know that you're the woman for the job. So walk into that place of calledness. Walk into that, I mean, stand bold, shoulders out, heels on, like, what? I was meant for this. Yes, I was supposed to write the book. Yes, I was supposed to start the podcast. Yes, I was supposed to start the business. Yes, I was supposed to coach the beautiful women. Yes, I'm called for this. And my trials and tribulations, the things that were meant to take me out is reason of why I'm called. That's just evidence. That's just data that I was called to do this thing. Walking your calledness. Key number 8, complete. You know that you are worthy when things begin to complete. You guys have heard me say, and I know some of y'all chuckled at it and like, Coach is crazy. When I say I've successfully completed some relationships, I'm worthy to complete things that no longer serve me. I am worthy to walk away from places, whether it's a job, whether it's a church, whether it's a friendship. I done left whole group chats, y'all. Group chats. Because I'm worthy of it. I'm complete. That section, that chapter in my life, that version of me is complete. So I'm going to go ahead and close this chapter because I'm worthy of it. I'm worthy of elevation. I'm worthy of restoration. See, we can't walk into the stages of elevation and restoration until we complete some things. Close the door. Close it, shut it, lock it. Throw away the key. It's complete. It's complete. It's complete. It's complete. I want you to write down what areas, what friendships, what things are complete in your life. See, I've completed running to food for comfort. I've completed mindlessly scrolling on Instagram for comfort. I've completed trying to get validation from people that ain't even valid. I've completed those things. Write down all the areas of your life that you need to complete. because you are worthy. I complete these things because I'm worthy. I complete these things because the version of myself that I want to be is worthy to not have these things hold me down. Complete it. Walk away. Let it go. Last night, I had an open vision that I was speaking in a large crowd full of people. And I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to use this. And as I was speaking, I had on several layers, like a sweater, a shirt, a jacket. I had like on all these layers of stuff. And as I was talking to them, I was stripping the sweater off. I was stripping the jacket off. And as I would strip it off, I would let it fall on the floor and I would walk away from it. And in the speech, I was telling them, you have to take off things that don't serve you. You got to let it fall to the ground, walk over it. Don't look back. Don't go back there and pick it up. That's what completeness looks like. Take it off. Take off the shame. Take off the guilt. Take off those things that no longer serve you. Take it off because, baby, sister, friend, you're worthy of it. That's our book club meeting for the month of August. I pray that this encourages you. I'm going to go ahead and give you some things to ponder if you have not yet. These are some things. Here we go. Some things that I want you just to journal. What did I do with that? What did I do? What did I do? I know that I wrote it down. Where did I write it down at? I think I may have. Oh, I know where I wrote it down at. Here we go. Here we go. I wrote it down here. That's great, y'all. Y'all see that self-compassion? I'm going to add this to the to the hub as well. So, worthy key factors takeaway. When identity is based, these are things that I want you to ponder. When identity is based on titles, material possession, and academic achievements, or even relationship status, we place ourselves in a very fragile state. You are not your titles, you are so much more. And when you understand that, you're able to walk in your full worthiness. Authenticity is showing up in the truth of who you are called to be without compromise. A strong character is developed by being consistent with your commitments. That's how you build that character up. Y'all see, I'm the only one on here. Well, Tash was on here earlier, and I told her to go to her baby soccer tournament. But I made a commitment that we're going to do the book club. I could have canceled, but my character says, do what you say you're going to do. That's podcast. Let me tell y'all what podcast episode that is, because I need y'all to go watch that, okay? Listen to that. Podcast episode number, here we go. Podcast episode number 204 says, do what you say you're going to do. That's character building. And because I have been working very hard on my character, I'm here. If nobody shows up, I said I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you one more. Humility is peace. It has nothing left to prove. It merely remains open to give and receive love. Being in a place of not proving yourself, mm, mm, there's no words for that. Mm. Can I get up? When you are in a place of not proving yourself, whew, that's when you know you're worthy. That's when you know you have done the stuff. You have done all the things to be the one to walk into the person that you know you deserve to be. All right, you guys, that is the book that we read for August. I'm going to share with you all September's book. So September's book is Worthy: How to Believe You Are Enough to Transform Your Life. Listen, you guys, I just talked about transformation. This one is by Jamie Kern Lima. I would highly, highly encourage you all to get the audiobook. The audiobook is, I think it's like 5 hours. I'm going to tell you for sure right now. It is about 5 hours. I am going to reread this. I read it last year and it was so powerful. I said, I have to add that to the books that the ladies and I read because it was so good, you guys. And it's funny and it's just really good. It is a really good book. It is
This is Audible.
Okay, it's 8 hours. So imagine if you took 30 minutes a day for the month of September and just listen to 30 minutes. If you are more of a tangible, I need to touch the book, I need to feel the book, I need to smell the book, read a chapter, you can get through this book and then we can have a very powerful book club discussion. I pray that life is good to you. I pray that you walk in your worthiness. I pray that you stand in your worthiness. I pray that you sit in your worthiness. I pray that you live in your worthiness. Until the next time we meet, I love you with my all. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.